Quest Pro?
Yeah. So, hey, if I'm an investor, right? Okay. I'm a Wall Street fat cat or whatever else.
Okay.
I'm looking at what Mr. Zuckerberg over there is doing with Meta and this giant money furnace that he's running over there with the Metaverse. And I am sitting here going, what the F are you smoking, son? Because for him to come out and say that he wants a VR AR headset to be as essential as a cell phone has become. Like, on the one hand, yeah, I can see it. I can envision that future. I could write a sci-fi, skit.
Yeah.
I could write some short story, okay, about that future, and it would be sick. It would be so cool. The problem, though, is that just like with the rest of the technology industry, Moore's Law ain't going to get us there, or because of the way that Moore's Law is slowing down. Any line that we draw to extrapolate where we're going to reach this supposed future, where our AR glasses that can either fully block out the light or they can augment our reality with like superimposed menus over restaurants or, names and the names of their kids at, parties of people that we don't see that often. The future where those actually look like a freaking regular pair of glasses is so far out that I don't know if my kids will live to see it, let alone, me and Mark, who I think we're the same age. How old's Mark Zuckerberg?
No idea. Ready Player One already exists? No. Unless you're literally trying to be super literal and you're talking about like the book and the movie.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that could actually go mainstream.
Yeah.
That's not...
He's talking about the headsets and the technical level of the headsets, not.
Yeah, not the concept.
Yeah.
The concept is there. I mean, the metaverse. Okay, it's a thing. The problem is that we're sitting here going, okay, they just announced the Meta Quest Pro, which is a $1,500 VR headset
with 1 to 2 hours of battery life.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to that.
Sorry, I just...
New processor, new screen, dramatically redesigned body and controllers, inward-facing cameras for the eye and face tracking that it can do, and a color video feed for mixed reality apps. Okay, the Quest Pro is going to sit alongside the $399 Quest 2, which Meta will continue selling as well. But where the Quest 2 is mostly focused on fitness, games, and entertainment, the Quest Pro is aimed at businesses and professionals who can afford its higher price tag. And there are applications for VR in a professional setting.
For sure.
Like, for example, allowing a client to walk through an architectural design, or allowing
a big one.
Allowing a shopper in a virtual showroom to see what that couch might look like in their living room. There's totally valid use cases for it. The problem is that those are all business use cases that are temporary. They're only needed while you are shopping for that item or working on that project. They are not something that you actually need to carry around with you day to day. And this device is not even close to something that you would want to wear for long periods of time.
It's way better.
But it's still big.
Yep.
It's still heavy.
It still has like a forehead plate. I think that'll be a big indicator. When we don't necessitate forehead plates anymore.
Yeah, when I can drive down the road wearing it, that's when it can go mainstream. And we are just like we're so far away. I mean, I remember when the first VR headsets were coming out, like 7-8 years ago? Was really when like DK1 started landing in the hands of consumers.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I remember then us going like, yeah, but with the state of the advancement of this technology, we're going to see the pixel density go like, and we're going to see the processing power go, and it's going to be amazing. That didn't happen.
To be
Like, we're
fair,
getting
it also went in a direction that I think neither you nor I suspected, where they moved the processing power to the device.
yes.
And that still feels like the wrong way to me.
It's
I don't work in the space.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong for a bunch of reasons, but
It's the
it's
right way
interesting.
for now. What we're going to need is they're never, okay, well, I shouldn't say never. Never say never. They could be standalone devices, but I think realistically, we're going to go from relying on a connected device, where we started was a computer, to being standalone with a computer built into the headset, to relying on a connected device, but this time a wireless link to a computer in
Yeah.
your pocket,
Yeah.
and then back to being a standalone device if we manage to get there.
And that'll be like way future.
That is probably going to happen over a span of decades. And this is not just based on nothing, right? Like, I think we saw the early VR headsets and we assumed a similar development path, like a similar trajectory of miniaturization and increases in performance that drove the personal computer to just unbelievable heights throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, right? But we didn't get that. We got Moore's Law already slowing down and development actually being pretty slow. I mean, we've only seen, since the original Rift actually launched, maybe 2 actual generations of VR headsets where we look at it and go, yeah, that's a lot better than the previous one. And I don't think that the experience has, aside from better resolution in the screen, and to be in fairness, like, Facebook has done some pretty incredible stuff with the limited processing power that they have in these standalone devices. Other than better pixel density and higher FPS, and not by as much as I might have thought, I don't think the experience has fundamentally really changed that much. And like, I actually finally got a chance to play around with the HoloLens. It sucks. It's like laggy, and the field of view sucks.
Is horrid.
And when did they first announce HoloLens? Like, goodness gracious, wasn't that back in the Google Glass days? That would have been also 7 years ago.
Yeah. I think it's about 7 years ago. I think DK1 is more than that.
Well, I mean, when it actually started landing in people's hands, because we did that collab with Lou, right? From Unbox Therapy. And that was in the old house. We've been in this building for 7 years. So, and then we were, maybe 8. I think we've been here almost 8 years, Luke.
I think it's like 9.
No, because the company's going to turn 10.
Yeah.
And we were in the house for 6 months. Then we were in the other, more different house for about a year and a half.
Okay.
So we've been here about 8 years, I think.
Okay.
January 2015. Man, I nailed it. Go, Linus. So yeah, 7 years and change was when they first announced HoloLens. And it's still, like, it was useful. I saw it as part of my visit to the Intel fab. And what was cool about it was it allowed a remote technician to help just someone who's never seen this thing before, screw all the right things into the right things for performing maintenance and stuff like that on these super expensive machines where you really cannot afford any extra downtime and you can't afford a mistake. It was absolutely usable, but it was like glitchy as crap. And we've seen this pattern time and time and time again. Did you see the machine learning, computer vision, superimposed ads on NHL, the NHL sideboards?
No. I don't think so.
It's really, really bad. Check this out. So yeah, here we go. So guys, look at this. Because the thing is, like, yeah, AI, machine learning, computer vision, they keep getting better and better and better. But this was 7 years in the making. Okay?
Whoa.
Yeah. Like, that's a problem. Because see, this is the actual board here, right?
Yeah.
And then this is the digitally superimposed garbage.
Wow.
And SO passes to Rogers.
Thanks. I hate it so much.
Yeah. It's rough. And I know. It's really easy to look at the technology we have now and go, yeah, it's impossible. It's never going to get better. I'm not that kind of person, right? Like, I love technology. I want to see it advance. It's just, these are really really hard problems to solve. And to imagine for a second that we are going to take the kind of performance that is running an application like this is a big GPU array. This is sucking back hundreds, maybe thousands of watts, okay? We're going to take that and we're going to be able to seamlessly, without glitches and odd behavior, put that in something you can wear and not look like a complete glass hole, okay? To imagine that's going to happen in a short amount of time is ridiculous. I mean, when Elon Musk came out and said, every Tesla shipping today will be capable of full self-driving, to anyone who knows, who follows technology, who follows high-performance computing and machine learning hardware, to anyone like that, it should have been obvious that that was not true. Because we already knew that with the technology we had then, even if they were so efficient, they were double the performance of the GPUs of that time, or triple, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. When did I do that event? Whenever I went to Facebook to go visit Oculus, I said it was going to be 10 years. Or no, I didn't say it was going to be 10 years. The guy I was interviewing with that was there said it was going to be 10 years, and I agreed. Because I was saying similar things outside of that, but then someone at Facebook actually literally said it. And I was like, thank you.
10 years for what?
Until it'll actually turn mainstream.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yep.
And that made sense to me. And now I'm feeling like that was actually not conservative enough.
Yeah.
Because there's arguments that can be made for Quest 2 actually did go mainstream, because they are trying to differentiate this. They are saying that it's for professionals and
Quest 3 is coming, and it will be low price
business
as well.
people, and Quest 3 blah 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 blah. So I don't think this is like the death of it or whatever. I'm concerned about the jump that Quest 3 will be, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are going to hate this. I bet you a very, very huge amount of those Quest 2s are sitting in boxes.
Really?
I think so. How often do you hear about them?
Oh, sitting in boxes, like not being used.
Yeah. Like people bought them, got some really good use out of them. I think they genuinely did.
Got some exercise.
I think people enjoyed it. I think it was good. And then there were things that were kind of annoying. People were definitely able to tell that it's not really there yet. It's not really ready yet. It's still a little laggy.
Oh.
It doesn't feel that great.
This is interesting. I scrolled down to the reviews section, and even though it is overwhelmingly 5-star, 4-star, the top reviews, which I don't fully understand exactly what the logic is, are all negative, with lots of people finding them helpful.
Yeah.
IPD sucks. Everything's blurry.
Yeah.
Hate having to have Facebook for this.
Yep.
A month later, it's an annoying brick.
Yep.
Okay, is this just, oh man, okay, is this part of this just review bombing? A lot of people have a Facebook account, and to them it is not a huge impediment that you need a Facebook account for this thing, and I don't think you even need it anymore.
I don't think you need it anymore.
I don't know,
It might be
man.
a bit of a mix. I might be getting influenced by the Facebook negativity. Not gonna lie,
Sure.
I feel it as well.
You don't use your VR headset much though, do you?
Not much. I don't have space for it.